What's going on, guys? Devilartemis here, and I am joined today by my mans, Unrealentgaming. We are going to be talking about Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Alex, man, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you for having me on the channel, and we hope you guys watch through the entire video because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's just get right into it because there's a lot of info that just recently dropped. I think that's very noteworthy.
Oh, definitely. So if you guys haven't been keeping up with Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball Fighter news, Super Saiyan Blue Goku was announced, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta was announced, they announced the What If story mode, they announced 3 versus 3 battles, and it is just insane. Now, we have the RAWs, but I also have an English translation to the entire scan that came out, and I'm going to be translating for you, that for you guys. You should see it up on the screen right now. But basically, what's been released is they announced Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. It's called Fighters Awaken, right? We have Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan form, and you can see that their stats vary. Their stats are a bit different. So as we can see, Vegeta seems to be on the more powerful side, without a sacrifice for tech and also energy, and Goku actually a little bit weaker than Vegeta, but he is extremely fast, has his tech stats all the way up, and he's a little bit lower on energy. Now, what this could mean is Goku is probably going to be a very powerful character, same thing with Vegeta, but he's probably going to have a lot of tools that he can utilize within the battle. And Vegeta, on the other hand, will specialize in ki attacks. So Goku's ki attacks may not be that strong, but melee fighting might be his thing, and Vegeta will be more rushed down in terms of ki techniques. Now, everybody's coming prepared to battle with all new attacks, or these meteor attacks are their like ultimate attacks and stuff. Goku has the Kaioken times 10 Kamehameha wave. Vegeta has the final flash. Alex, what are you thinking so far? Just focusing on Goku and Vegeta, what do you think about the Super Saiyan Blue forms being added into Dragon Ball Z Fighters? Like, who do you think that you are going to be using more?
Okay, so I want to address a few things. Now, I've noticed in my video that I mentioned this and I talked about this, people are just like, oh, this is BS. And I was like, why is it BS? Oh, because they're not transformable characters. And I'm like, okay, I get it, right? People want, you know, a status to where Goku and Vegeta can transform into Super Saiyan Blues at will from like either base form or something like that. And I get it. And at the same time, though, it's like, I feel as if it's necessary to have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Goku as singular characters rather than transformables because there's more to offer with the characters, as you just said, with their stats. Looking at Vegeta's power, or at least his stats, he has the highest in terms of power. Goku has the highest in terms of speed and technique, not including Kaioken as well. If you want to ask me for my opinion, I think I'm going to use Goku a bit more because of the Kaioken factor, and I do believe that Goku has a bit more, you know, to offer in terms of like you know, reach, as you can see, and in terms of like technique and speed. Vegeta looks like he's a powerhouse, and his energy and his power and his speed are relatively high, but just as Goku's power is high as well, but his speed and his tech just dwarf anything else. I do want to say, again, this is just me, I don't know about you, I'm definitely going to be using Goku. However, we still have a plethora of other characters to announce, or to see for that matter. For example, we do have 16 that was announced. We're possibly going to have the likes of Hits, Zamasu, Goku Black, you know, other characters of that nature be introduced at some given point. But I think that people ought to, you know, give the game a chance because we're going to have this, you know, main story in which it says at the bottom, a new threat that is, that the Z Fighters must face. And it looks like it's like we're in the future timeline, so that's what's pretty unique about it. And the one thing that really caught my eye, despite anything else, was the what if story. And because I cannot wait to see what kind of what ifs they're gonna do. Over on my channel, we just did, me and you, a bunch of what ifs that I'm gonna be releasing really soon. And I think what's awesome about the Dragon Ball community has always been what if. Like Artemis, what if you know, Vegeta was the first Super Saiyan? What if this happened? What if that happened? And they're doing that. And an example is a story with Android 16 being revived. So that's pretty cool. But just overall, between the two characters, I'm hyped. I'm definitely going to use Goku more. However, I am curious to see what's going to happen with Vegito Blue, with Zamasu, Merge Zamasu. They have to introduce those characters. I mean, it's been, you know, like, this game is being made post the Goku Black arc. So
well, let's take a look at their clothes. I mean, their clothes, they're obviously in Super Saiyan Blue form, but they're wearing, you know,
the regular clothing.
Exactly,
yeah.
Which is actually what happened when they were fighting against Zamasu and things like that. You know, they weren't in the Resurrection of F clothes. Now, I want to take note at descriptions at the side. If we go over to Goku's side, all the way to the left, it actually describes Goku's character. It says dash in and launch your opponent in the air. Yeah, in the air. From here, Goku has loads of tools to continue the onslaught. But be careful. He's a very fast character that requires practice before you can take full advantage. So it seems that us, you know, analyzing the stats, Goku's going to be the type of character who's going to be extremely fast, and he's going to have a tons of tools for him to maybe get around, to continue combos. He's basically going to be a very combo heavy character, so you're going to need to practice him a lot because he's going to have a lot of combos. And it even says while he's doing the Kamehameha wave around the middle to the left, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku's Pride and Joy, the strongest launch follow-up. So it seems that he's going to be very combo oriented. So for the people who are not used to traditional fighters, I'm a very huge fighting game person. Like, I play a lot of Street Fighter, and a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom, and I'm very good at it. I mean, for me personally, I really enjoy that kind of stuff.
I still beat you in Mortal Kombat.
yeah, but I kicked your ass in Universe 2. Anyways,
what?
So you know, honestly, this game is gonna be from people who are gonna dive into competitive fighting. It's not for people who are more casuals or used to arena brawlers. If we go over to Vegeta's side, Vegeta's description says, Vegeta's signature fighting style appears here in full force. Destructive combos that lead into explosive earth strikes and all. Leave your defense tactics at the door. Vegeta's here to play. So it seems that Vegeta is not meant to be defensive. So it seems that that might be a problem, that he might not be a defensive character. He might be a glass cannon. That's probably what I'm seeing, that maybe Vegeta Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan might be like. Might be a glass cannon. He is pretty fast, but his power is maxed out all the way with his energy. The only thing is he probably has no reach, so he's going to be a brawler character, and he's going to have to become insanely rushed down for you to get anything good in. Then we're gonna move on to the other two characters announced, which is actually Android 18 and Android 16. They're both their meteor attacks. Android 18 has Axel Dance, and of course Hell's Flash is Android 16. It says you can call in Android 17 to help out using other special moves to combo with your opponent. So it seems that you can call in Android 17. I don't know if that means like as an assist, so maybe Android 17 is another playable character. They just haven't announced Android.
It's possible that he is. I think he has to be.
Well, you can call in other characters on your team for tag.
Right.
So Android 17 is another character that's going to be in the game. They just haven't showed him off, you know. Android 17's twin sister. Can you stand against this duo? So I don't know if it's going to be a situation where both of these characters are in one character slot, you know, where you can switch in and out between them. I don't know if it's going to be that way. But
let me ask you, what are you most excited for this game? If there's any one feature that, like, let's say for example, out of everything in this game, what's the one thing that you get that had you saying, okay, I'm buying this?
Well, I mean, for me, the fact that it was a competitive fighter, period, a Dragon Ball competitive fighter traditional style, is what had me buying it, period. If you're probably not caught up with the FGC, which is the fighting game community, people from the FGC who like play Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom, and they go to Evo, Evolution and stuff, they are like crazy about this game. To the point where Capcom was releasing a game called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That game has been completely shat on and overshadowed.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, I saw that.
And because Dragon Ball Fighter Z is coming out, it shits on that game even more. So the fact that this is a traditional fighter is what makes me excited. But what we're gonna get into in a minute, this online battle mode that they revealed, playing up to 6 people. All right, the headliner is here. This and more information on characters. What else could you ask for? Online battle mode revealed. You can join up in a party match and play up to 6 people. For those of you who are not used to tag team fighters, traditional fighters, we can do 3v3 in this game, and you can tag characters and call an assist. You can play with 6 people. So that means me, Alex, and Emish can be on one team, and we can take on 3 other people online, and we can play this game tag team. So, I mean, obviously, you can design your team if you have a competitive competition, like if you're going to Evolution or you're going to a Dragon Ball Fighters Z contest, you can actually have an esports team. You can have an esports team for Dragon Ball Fighter Z. the same way how League of Legends has an esports team and like all these other competitive games have esports teams, you guys can get sponsored and actually play this game competitively. So that is the most hype thing that I enjoy. What you might like, Alex, is actually the story with the what ifs. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question in a quick second. The last time we had what ifs, actually, like really good ones. I enjoyed the what ifs from Budokai 2. But what are you looking forward to the most from the what ifs in Dragon Ball Fighter Z? Like what do you expect?
So I was always big into 2D fighting games. Like as I said before, Mortal Kombat was my thing back in the day. I don't know if people remember, way back in the day, they originally had on the PS1 and even before that, the old Japanese Dragon Ball Z games where you had to have like a special kind of like emulation chip for your PS1 to play. And if I can find the name, if I can find out what it is, I'll show you. And it was a 2D game. It was one of my favorites for sure. What has me excited for this is it gives me like that vibe of not just the older games that I used to play back in the day, like Mortal Kombat or whatever, but it also gives me that vibe of Mugen. It gives me the vibe of I would say a modern day. How can I put this together? I want to say Budokai, but not Budokai to an extent, because it has like similar features to that, but it has like its own different animation and feel to it. But again, for the what ifs, what intrigues me is seeing what kind of alternative they can tell in terms of story. Because online play, yo, I'm gonna say it right now. For my channel, for your channel, I'm throwing down. I'm throwing down with you. I'm throwing down with everybody. We're gonna have ourselves a good time. And what I love about just the story concept is it's not going to be the regular basic story. We're going to have like something different to keep your interest in the product aside from online, which is why I felt like Xenoverse was successful, because they had their own little alternatives and their own online features. And now that this is going to have their own online feature in adapting 3v3s and stuff, it's going to make the product work that much more. So either way, I just really want to see what the gameplay's for like these other newer characters, because it piques my interest. The newer basic ones, they're good, but I want to see like the high caliber characters fight, like Vegito, Blue, and stuff like that, because I want to see what they can make up for the game.
You know, I'm really excited for the other characters as well. You know, I want to see what Vegito Blue is what they're gonna include.
Also, if they're gonna include movie characters, because we don't know that either. You know,
it'd be interesting. You know, to see
like Cooler, Metal Cooler, and BoJack and Broly and stuff. You know. Yeah,
I'm expecting at least a roster of at least 30 characters, maybe less. Hopefully.
Didn't they confirm 10 stages?
Did they confirm 10 stages?
Yeah, 10. I mean, that's not bad. It is what it is.
Bad. The stages aren't really what I focus on, anyways, because regardless of if there's a lot of stages or not, what a lot of people are going to be looking forward to in this game are the mods. Now, the mods. Oh yeah. Let's get into the mods real quick. The mods on PC are gonna be absolutely amazing. All right, now for those of you who don't play Xenoverse 2 on PC, I'm sure you guys have seen Xenoverse 2 mods on Alex's channel, as well as my own. The mods for Dragon Ball games are absolutely amazing. So I am super excited, whether it's texture mods, to make Super Saiyan, Blue Kaioken times 10 Goku look like Super Saiyan Rose, like, just to change the color of the characters, whatever it might be. Simple mods from recolor mods to even like adding completely new characters, adding new stages, things like that. That would be absolutely amazing. So I really hope that the mods for this game, that the modding community really takes up Dragon Fighter Z and just makes the most amazing mods. Maybe change Vegeta to Super Saiyan God, maybe make Vegeta black, just in the 2D traditional fighter. That would be absolutely amazing. But anyways, guys, if you guys want to learn more about Dragon Ball FighterZ Z content, please subscribe to Unrealentgaming's channel, subscribe to my channel. We are both going to be covering this game upon release.
Not just covering, we're going to be playing this game, boy.
Yeah. Listen, guys, we might even go as far as hosting a tournament. Who knows? We might host maybe a 64-man tournament.
If it's possible, I'm down to do that, because
I am down. We can make an announcement, have a 64-man tournament, announce it as a weekend tournament. We start Friday and Sunday.
The real tournament of power.
The real tournament of power. The Unreal Throwdown. The Unreal Tournament of Power. And we can go ahead and host a huge tournament. It could be something small for the first tournament, maybe like 16 men, 32.
Yeah, 16 would be good. Yeah.
16 would be good. And if it gets really popular and we live stream it and everything, and people want prize money and stuff like that, we can do like, everybody like
100 billion zeni guaranteed.
Well, no, we could be like, it'd be like a $2 entry fee, and then the winner gets the prize money. So definitely would be a great idea. But guys, follow Unrealentgaming on his YouTube channel. Follow my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please give this video a like and subscribe. We're going to be covering and playing Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's going to be freaking amazing. We're going to be covering more news as it comes out. This news is actually a week old, around there, a few days old. But we just wanted to check out and really examine the page and really appreciate the fact that these characters are being released. You know, Android 16, we didn't mention Android 16, but Android 16 looks like the type of character who's going to be powerful with a lot of reach, but he's going to be extremely slow. Very slow
as
character.
always, yeah.
You know, not a lot of combo, not combo heavy, but you know, he hits hard. So definitely we're going to see more characters, more variations of characters. That's what I love about fighting games. There are different styles of characters. There are characters who are extremely fast, but very weak. There are characters who are very tanky, where they can take a lot of damage, but don't do much damage. So it all really depends on what your play style is going to be, guys. But anyways, if you want more Dragon Ball FighterZ content, again, please subscribe. Leave your comments down below. I'm Devilartemis. This is your man's Unrealentgaming. Thank you guys for watching the video. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.